Hi, today I am going to talk to you a little bit about some of my drugstore, chemist, high street, cheaper brands of makeup that I like and some of the products that I like within those ranges. I think that most of these things that I've chosen are things that I've actually got in my professional kit. So although I use other stuff now and again on myself or I try other things out, these are things that were genuinely sitting in my kit. So I think these are things that have probably passed the test, the true test. Okay, I'm going to start with a lot of the things you'll have seen before as well, because I'll have used them in tutorials. What I'm not going to do is skincare today. I'm just going to do makeup, and also I'm just doing more of the things. Most of these things are worldwide, but some of them are just European. I will do, I think, a separate drugstore favorites US when I get back from New York in a couple of weeks. So first up, and this is not a surprise to anyone who's watched any of my videos, would be Bourjois and their foundations. Really like their foundations. They've been consistently good. The last three that have come out, the 10-hour sleep effect, Bio Detox Organic, and Healthy Mix. I've liked all of those. I think they've got really modern textures and great shades. I mean, not great shades for dark skin, I have to say, but the sort of generic lighter skin shades and mid-tone shades, they never go too pinky. They're always quite neutral. They're never too orangey. They're very realistic colours, and they're colours that I can normally work with. So texture and colour-wise, I'd say, apart from dark skins, that they are very consistently good with their new foundations. Another thing that I really like from Bourjois is their bronzer, their matte bronzer, which looks a bit like chocolate. It comes in a couple of shades, and I just find it to be so great that a cheaper brand and a brand that's so easily available on the high street has a permanent matte bronzer, because most ranges tend to have shimmery bronzers, and if you're doing contouring and you want a really good shade that matches your skin tone, they're one of the few brands that actually provide that. So really like that. Also like their lip glosses. I've got the new Max 3D Effect Max lip gloss on today. The colour I'm wearing today is number 61, but these ones have been in my kit for the last few years, the 3D general 3D effects. I think they're really nice quality. I do like their eyeshadows as well. Some of them are really glittery, which is quite fun, and they do have some really nice shades. Likewise, the classic cult blusher. Again, just really dinky, nice baked powders, so good quality, some really lovely shades, mainly shimmery, not matte, but just some nice staple classic shades. Now, the things that I tend to try and find in the cheaper ranges are, I'm looking for the things that I'm going to be able to find in the more expensive ranges. So things like cream, good quality cream blushes, matte lipsticks, intense colours, good colours of cream eyeshadow, things like that I'm more likely to go to expensive brands for. When I see that on the high street, they're the things I'll go for, because in a way there are certain products that you can get, you can get a nice shimmery lipstick really from any brand, but you can't always get a really intense matte lipstick unless you go to MAC or you go to the more expensive brands. So the next thing I'm going to do is Revlon and their matte lipsticks. These have been out for a couple of years, but I do love them, and I love them because they're matte and they've got really good colours, but they're very wearable. They're not drying. They are comfortable to wear on the lips. They're long lasting, and the colours have been really editorial, really sort of fashiony colours. 001, which is the pale beige they do, I've used that tons. 003, Mauve It Over, I've used a lot. Little bit annoyed that they have discontinued my favourite shade, which was Strawberry Suede, but they've replaced it with quite a fabulous pink, which is I haven't tried yet, but that'll help me to get over the fact that I'm so annoyed. And they have done a couple of new reds, which do look great, so I'll try and get over my bitterness about that. They also do nice matte blushes. Quite unusual to find really nice, smooth, matte blushes again on the high street. They've done some nice shimmery and matte pencils as well. again in the Colour Stay range, which are very smooth, just nice modern textures and some really good colours. And also the Colour Stay eyeshadow palettes, just some really great colours, really modern, nice colours and stay on, nice quality. So that's Revlon. The other thing I like are some of the cream eyeshadows from Rimmel. Now this colour I just love. This is called Sassy. I think when I look at that, I always think it just feels really expensive. It's the quality, it's the fact that it's long lasting, it's a very chic colour. I kind of expect something like that to be a kind of Bobbi Brown or a Laura Mercier. So when I see that on the high street, of course I always jump on it. They do some really bright colours as well of it, and it does last. It's got a really nice modern texture to it. So that's something that I would definitely reach out for, and I have this colour in my kit and I really, really love it. It's super chic. Barry M, I know it's not available everywhere, but they do. I've always used these little Dazzle Dusts. They come in thousands of colours. And they're very, very cheap, and they're really nice fun. I mean, if you're just getting into makeup and you're quite young and you want to try out different colours, they're not the most long lasting, they're not kind of uber performers, but they're really cute and they're lovely colours, and you can layer them over something like a cream eyeshadow that you know is going to stay on a bit longer, it's going to set, and then you can just layer it on top to get the colour and it'll stick to it, and that can sort of make it go a little bit further. The other thing that I love from Barry M for the colour and the texture are their blushes, and matte blushes in colours that I would normally associate with MAC and Illamasqua. So the really bright oranges and the really bright matte pinks and the reds and those sorts of colours. So just great shades, stuff that I would have in my makeup kit, absolutely. And again, a really, really good price. So the next thing I want to talk about are these, which are the Long Lasting Fix lipsticks by Boot 17, and just brilliant colours, you know, really bright colours, again more associated with the MACs and the other sort of brands that have the incredibly bright orangey reds. These don't have any shimmer in them, so they're really sort of strong pigments, and just long lasting and kind of fun, bright colours, and again a really good price. Illuminator, Skin Illuminator from Number 7. Yes, I know I designed this product. I'm not pushing it because I designed it. I'm a total freak for highlighter. Anyone who watches any of my films know that I'm always using Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, and recently I've been using Makeup Forever Uplight. So I love really good, undetectable highlighter that goes on well and really helps to make the skin look beautiful and polished, but doesn't look like full-on kind of glaring highlighter. So this comes in pink and it comes in peach. So one's warm tone, one's cool toned, and it's got all the criteria that I was asking for. It's got the sheerness, it blends in with the skin, and you can either use it from the brush, or I normally squeeze it better onto the hand and use it with a foundation brush. So that's a good one. From Maybelline, I like some of the Dream Mousses, because just a nice texture. You know, we know that Guerlain did their bubble mousse, and quite a few of the big brands did this kind of technology. So it's one of those things that goes on creamy and instantly turns into a powder. Quite easy to blend and nice to be able to get it on the high street, because it's a very, very modern texture. These are, you know, new textures that are coming out of the best sort of makeup factories in Europe, and it's really nice to see it on the high street. Next up, and this isn't, I couldn't say that this is an absolute favourite yet because I've only just been trying it out today, but I was so excited to see that Maybelline have done a gel little pot liner. Particularly excited to see the brush. The brush is fantastic. Whoever's designed this, the shape of it is perfect. It reminds me of a Sukiu eyeliner brush that comes with their creamy eyeliner. It's just a really, really great eyeliner brush, and they are $5.99 together, which I just think is brilliant. And I know Elf do them, and there are other cheap brands that do them, but there isn't anyone that's right there on the high street that you can just buy. If you decide to get it, you can just get it. Most things you have to order online. So this is a really beautiful product, and I have only tried it out today, and so far so good. I've tried it out on Jessie this morning. She doesn't really want to be in this film, but I'm going to have to insist that I just drag her in just to show. Perfect. You can see, firstly I put it on, it didn't go up here at all. It dried instantly. It reminded me exactly of Fluid Line. If you open your eyes for me, and it hasn't moved, hasn't budged. It has only been probably 3 hours, so I'm gonna have to report back. Thank you, Jessie. I'm gonna have to report back on that as to whether it's becoming an all-time favourite and whether it's going to go in the kit. But it's looking promising, and I just really wanted to include it today because I was quite excited about that. Okay, next up, Max Factor mascaras. I don't really need to do this because I think they were in my all-time favourites. Used quite a few of those. The Miracle Touch Creamy Blush. Really, really like this product. It is in my kit. It's just gorgeous technology. Super, super sheer. Beautiful for lips. Lovely for cheeks. Fantastic if you just want to look super healthy, dewy, fresh, and not like you're really wearing any makeup. You just got like a hint of a flush on the cheeks and a flush on the lips. So I really, really love that. Next up is Prestige. Love Prestige because they do great colours for dark skin tones, particularly in their powder products. So their powder bronzers. This is one of their loose powders, and they do some mineral loose powders. So they do lots of really good powder products for darker skin tones. I also like some of their mascaras. I particularly like this one, which is My Blackest Lashes, which is really a good mascara for the price. The next thing, some of the L'Oreal eyeshadows I do like. I do like the chrome ones, the really, really shiny, chromy ones. I like these long-lasting ones they do. They do 3 shades. I think they're quite nicely put together, and you get a really nice sort of set of colours. Recently, I like their Infallible Loose Powder Time-Resisting Shadows. And these, I think I used the white one in the Valentine's. They're sort of very, very tightly packed loose powders, but they're very smooth onto the skin. And unlike most loose powders that normally don't really last at all, I find that they do last, and they're very easy to use, so they're kind of fun. Okay, last but not least is Too True. Now, Too True is available in Superdrug in the UK. It's available in Europe. I'm not sure if it's available in the States. That's one thing I'm not 100% sure about. I used one of the Too True mascaras recently. It was the volumizing one in a tutorial, and I said that it was very, very natural looking and didn't clump the eyelashes and looked very sort of naturally pretty. So I think this is a really good range for teenagers and girls that are just getting into makeup for the first time. It's good enough quality. This is £1.99, which I think is so good. The lip glosses are great as well. Really nice colours, nice consistency, good price, and even I love these eyelashes. Nice thin lash band, so quite easy to use, and again, you know, really, really cheap. That's it, I think. They're some of my favourite makeup products that are available on the high street, so they're readily available, and they are genuinely all things that I have got in my professional kit, and that I would consider to be up there with the more expensive brands, similar products in the more expensive brands, and things that I would go to time and time again. So hope that was useful, and thanks for watching.